Hey there, buddy, Paler here, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2 walkthrough. So you might notice something different. I'm wielding a different weapon. This is the Black Knight Ultra Greatsword. So off camera, I've done a good bit of farming. The Looking Glass Knight, I went and did a bunch of co-ops with him, got probably about 180,000 souls by the time I was done. Killed him, let's see here. I think I had 2, so killed him 9 more times to give us 11 sunlight medals. I think I had 2. 9 or 10 times I killed him. And it went pretty well, actually. For the most part, people were not dying. I had 1 failed attempt out of the 10 or so I did. So that's a pretty good rate. And you get about 18 to 20,000 souls per kill. So I did all that, and I went ahead and, if you look here under Dex, we're now up to 18 Dex. I also brought our Strength up to 40. And this has unlocked a whole bunch of weapons for us to use. So, in here, if we look around, I did pick up the Thorned Greatsword. I apologize for doing this offline. This was Ornifex. This was just the soul from the Mirror Knight, and getting this gives us this sword. This is his sword, which we got here. A fairly standard sword, has relatively low base damage. So if we look here, this only has 300 damage, which, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great. Has C scaling on strength and dex, also has lightning scaling. And the reason for this is its heavy attack sends out a lightning bolt. Two-handed heavy attack sends out a big lightning bolt. And you can see the durability of the sword goes down like mad when you do this. It's a quick cut through your durability and everything, but it's got a pretty quick swing to it. If we might consider using this, I don't know. I have not decided yet what weapon I want to use. I've been playing around. So the Red Rust Sword, I mean, this has 311 base damage with just 1. This is a real quick short sword. Let's see here, the Macedon Greatsword. I'm tempted to use this because I know it scales very well, but it also has a very similar moveset to our Claymore we've been using, and I'd like to throw a little bit of variety in there. But you can already see I just have the Macedon Greatsword at +3. And we have B scaling on strength, and we also have 345 damage out of this, where our +10 Claymore only has C scaling and 413 damage. But I mean, if you remember, the primary attack is the same. The only difference is the heavy attack is a thrust here, where for the Macedon Greatsword it's an overhand swing. But then we also have, obviously, the Black Knight Ultra Greatsword, which is just beastly. It's a nice middle damage, and this completely unupgraded right now is giving us 429 damage, which is, you know, a little bit more than our Claymore. Now, we'd only be able to upgrade this to +5, and this is Twinkling Titanite, but something to consider. Smelter Demon Sword, we can now use this. Hey, this thing is beastly also. I forgot to show you the damage we're currently getting out of that. This is 371 at 0, and we do have 7 Dragon Bones, so we could upgrade this to, I think, +4 with that amount. This thing, I mean, it's... My only problem with this sword is it has no thrust attack. This is the Heavy. The Heavy does a big AoE blast, which also does quite a bit of durability there. If you watch it, you can only do this about 5 times, and your durability is gone. But that's something to consider, although I really like weapons that have some sort of either thrust or overhand attack. Pursuer's Ultra Greatsword we can also use. This is the one I'm tempted to use, as it has a fairly quick, heavy, or regular swing, followed by a very slow, heavy swing. But that slow, heavy swing does a ton of damage. So this one is a tempting option. And then, well, just for fun, the Butcher's Knife here. This thing is so quick. And this does drain health, give us health back for when we hit people with it. And the heavy attack, even without moving, is always a lunge forward like that. Two-handed heavy is the old Dark Souls 1 Butcher attack. But the beastly one, the Black Knight Great Axe, the damage on this thing at 0, 469. This thing is just a beast. Very stamina intensive though. And we do have an overhead swing on our heavy. So I think we're going to run around. We're going to leave these weapons for the most part how they are right now. We're going to go work through Shrine of Amana. And we'll play with them, try different weapons, and see how they go. The one thing to keep in mind is all these weapons are pretty heavy. If you look down there, I'm up at 71% equip load. That's 74. The Pursuer's Ultra Greatsword, which we'll start out with, gives us under 70%. However, I had to put on the Royal Soldier's Ring to do this. So there is some trade-offs. We could drop the Royal Soldiers, put back on that, and then put the Royal Soldiers here. Whoops, that's the Chloranthy. Which now our DPS is only 279, so that's a pretty big drop from what we were at. What were we at before? And now it's 314. It's hard to say. I did also put in our leveling, I put in a few more points in Vitality, so we're up to 14. I'm going to try to get Vitality up high enough that we can use one of these weapons without, you know, getting under that 70%. It's a balance I've got to figure out still. And the good news is, for the most part, in terms of faith, I think we are done. I don't think any more spells we're going to get require any more faith than we already have. Let's see, we don't really need any loot, so let's put this back on. Where is it? There. Okay, let's get to playing. Oh, one other thing we'll show you if you want to do some role-playing, which you will not see me doing, but I know some people like that. We now can buy the Looking Glass armor set. And this set is pretty heavy. It also has pretty high magic resist overall. So this is something you might want to get. It looks pretty neat.
Are you sure?
And if we had not bought the Looking Glass sword, you can buy the Looking Glass shield, so the big reflective shield from Ornifex. And we do have the strength to equip that, but obviously we only have one soul, so we already used that up. Alright, enough wasting time. I'm excited. Now that we have some new weapons to play with, that I'm going to be having fun. Okay, for those of you playing ahead, our objective is pretty linear. If you follow this, there's kind of this pathway. It's going to lead out through a cave there. It's going to lead through several more caves and eventually come to a boss. I doubt we are going to make the boss today. This area has a lot of items to pick up in it. It also just has quite a few enemies to work our way through. So we're probably looking at 2 episodes, but you're going to come across 2 additional bonfires as we work our way out through there. I'm going to try and make it to the second bonfire today, but it's pretty hard to get lost in this area. The big thing is staying alive through here. So go ahead and head that way. For those of you staying around, let's get started. Down here you can already see all these bloodstains. So many bloodstains. So many people dying. And come on, give me your loot. Large soul of a nameless. Yay! Okay, this area, if I shut up and let you listen for a moment. I missed? Holy crap. Whoop. Gonna take some getting used to, I think. So if I shut up and let you listen. There it is. You might hear some singing going on. So, this is one of the locations where the undead go after they become undead. And what is happening here, we will find out in a moment. But if you look out here across the water, you're going to see these creatures with these butterflies above them. Basically, these guys are being soothed. As long as they have the butterflies above them, you basically have to walk right on top of them before they will attack. However, if you do get on top of them, they will attack you. So just keep that in mind. if the singing stops and the butterflies go away, their aggro radius gets much, much larger. Hey, come back here. These little leaper guys, they will do pretty good amount of damage. Just be careful of that. I think there's a chest out here somewhere. We don't want to fall off into the water. There's another guy. So something that I'd forgotten about, actually, from my previous playthrough where I used a Zweihander, the Ultra Great Swords, their targeting is a little off. I don't know if it was intentional by the devs or if it's a bug. I imagine it was intentional because they haven't undone it yet. But they can be hard to aim. They don't really swing, you know, with a regular great sword or just a regular sword. If you have an enemy targeted and you swing, your character is going to automatically try to turn towards that. You might have heard the song Singing Stopped. There was a guy right here and the butterflies went away. Dang it. What was I saying? So yeah, with a regular greatsword, or a regular sword, even the regular greatswords, your character's auto-targeting will somewhat guide you towards your target. It does not seem to work that way with the Ultra Greatswords. This is with both the Zweihander and several others I have tried. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but I would imagine they would have patched it by now if it wasn't intentional.
We knew you were coming. And stopped singing. We are Milfanito. We are here to sing to those bound by death and dark. We will sing here forever, as we always have from long, long ago. We know nothing of the world outside. And why should we? For we will never leave. Do you seek King Vendrick? But what is a king, after all? We know nothing of the world, for we will never. When we sing, the little ones grant comfort. This is...
Alright, I'm just going to finish up the conversation here. There we go. Okay, so the Milfanitos are basically the offspring or the spawn of Nito. And there, I missed again. I'm not liking this ultra crap. I'm not liking this sword too much already. Anyway, they're the, let's say, offspring of Nito. And if you remember from Dark Souls, Nito was very much... He wasn't an evil creature, although he seemed evil. He was actually comforting, and his job was to guide and comfort the dead. And that's pretty much what these guys do here, the Milfanitos. They sing, which causes the butterflies to become around them, and that soothes these corrupted guys here. Whenever you approach one, though, they will stop singing, causing the area around to become a little more dangerous. Alright, we're going to come up here. She should start singing again in a moment. Let's just pull a few of these. Gonna need the life gems today. Alright, if you look down there ahead of us, there are 3 of the Lucerne Knights. And we don't want to fight 3 of them at once, so I'm going to range pull 1 or 2 of them to us. They're not overly tough, but they do use sweeping attacks, so fighting 3 of them at once can be a pain in the butt. Gosh dang it! That attack keeps missing, my initial attack. Where are you going? There we go. Let's try the black axe. Now we are overweight here with this. We're back up to, I think, what are we at? 71.7%. However, the swing, I think, might fit my playstyle a bit better because it's a sweeping swing like that. It'll be harder to miss. You see, that thing just does devastating damage. It's pretty great. Let's pop another life gem. And there you can see, she started singing. We've gotten far enough away. So here, these guys are all complacent again. As long as we don't stumble right on top of them, they'll leave us alone. With exception. The thing about this black axe I gotta be careful of is the direct damage system. If I'm hitting them with the hilt, they're not going to take nearly as much damage. You might have noticed there was about 100 points difference between the hitting them with the blade and hitting them with the hilt. The difference, I was going to say, for these guys. So, how did that miss? So, one of the easy ways down here to make sure you don't walk off the edge and die is to light a torch. However, the light pisses these things off to no extent. I mean, it draws them in from way out there, even when they are soothed. So now you can see the edge much easier, which makes running around and finding, you know, the hidden items in the zone much easier. Yeah, I'm liking this better. I'm liking this much better. Much, much better. This seems to have some flame damage on it. I didn't notice that before. I wonder if the Black Knight stuff can be buffed with plus fire, if we can enchant it. I'm doing this because I'm pretty sure there's a chest out here. That might be the next zone, though, but I thought there was one. There it is. Elizabeth Mushroom. Nothing great, but we're trying to show you everything. I really wish, of all the items they brought over from the original game, and then the ones that they didn't bring the Rusted Iron Band. To be able to run in water would have been so much better. Let's see here, it's going to loop back around. And if we do roll while we're in this water, our torch is going to go out. So it's just something up. Here they come, so you can see that guy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Ah, there goes our torch. But that's fine. I don't think there's any more items out here. We can come out here real quick and check, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing. Yeah, nothing. Okay, moving on ahead. Oh, my axe is about to break already. Holy crap. Well, that's definitely a downside. How much durability does this thing have? 60. Alright, let's go to the Black Knight Ultra Greatsword. This also has a horizontal swing. Alright, I'm trying to remember if there is a chest in there, so we want to go ahead and we want to clear this out. Now let's just chuck a few lightning bolts at these guys. How's the durability on this thing holding up? Seems to be better. Twinkling Titanite, smooth and silky stone, good. Let me just check something here. The bonus information, nope, it doesn't say anything about the heavy attack causing extra durability loss. Okay, coming up here, you're going to probably want a bow or a crossbow. This area can be quite frustrating, so if we look over there, you see that guy with the staff? They cast homing missiles, similar to the guys down in Blightstone Cove, but these ones are even more powerful. So you can see that. We're going to ignore him for the moment. We're going to run here. There is a... Yeah, I knew he was there. I was just trying to avoid him. Come here, buddy. Alright, let's rest the bonfire. Good. Okay, so we have one right here. So the problem with those guys, as you can see, he's already got me targeted. They have insanely long aggro range. And they are put in a way where there's several of them covering each other. As you approach one to kill one, another one will start shooting at you. And in some cases, you can have 2 or 3 of them shooting at you at the same time. So this is why a bow comes in handy, especially a bow with poison arrows. Is he poisoned? Oh, one more arrow. So we need 4 arrows in total. There we go. So that one's gonna die now. So we can got that one right there is another one, and she's already aggroed. Now we can get to this one. If you can get a melee range of them, they're really not all that bad. The problem is there's also the little lurker guys. There's quite a few of them hidden throughout this zone also. That normally they're put in a way where as you charge one of them in order to kill it, you're going to come across 1 or 2 lurkers who are then going to jump on your back as you're trying to kill her. And it's just, once you know where they are, if you have a good ranged attack, it's not all that bad. But you got to keep it in mind, take it slow, and you'll notice there's no singing going on right now. Really? We'll just use an Estus flask. I believe there is a secret item back here. Ah, that's right. There is a illusionary wall. Right here. We are also going to get, what is it, Sunlight Blade down here? Helix Halberd. So that is going to be our weapon buff that we primarily use. That'll put lightning on our weapon, and that'll be a nice buff for us to get. It's going to be probably the next video, but it is in this zone here. Okay, so not here. Right there's one. I see ya. And if we come this way, get up here, and right there is another one. So here's one of these little ambush ones. If we run up here, we can kill this one real quick. But if you're hitting this one, that one there can aggro you. Woo! Whoa! You punk! Fire Seed! Did I ever finish our bow upgrade? Or our... Dang. Our Pyromancy Flame, I mean. 1, 2, 3. Get back under cover. And 4. level is our pyromancy flame at? +8. I think we do have at least 2 fire seeds now, don't we? Da 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 da. Where are the fire seeds? Fire seeds, fire seeds, fire seeds. Oh, those end up under upgrade materials. Yeah. Oh, we have 5 of them. Holy crap. So we should finish that off. Okay. Sorry. Did I loot that item back there? Yeah, I did. That was the fire seed. Duh. Now, from here, first things first, there is a path right here that leads back. There's no reason for us to go down there right now, as in order to open that door, we must first kill King Vendrick. We must have his soul in order to open that. So we're just going to ignore that. We're going to poison this guy. This ogre should not come this far. So from here, this is a very safe spot that we can just poison him and watch him die. There we go. We can shoot him with a few fire arrows too to finish him off a little bit quicker. Yeah, you can see he'll just stop there. And he'll be dumb. You gonna die? Yeah, you're gonna die. I think... Is there an item here? Whoa! Hello! Surprised me, buddy! Let's not walk off any edges. Keep our camera facing down so we can see. No, there's no item here. There is an item around the corner there, but we'll get that in a moment. He didn't die? You didn't die? What's that nonsense? You were supposed to die. We'll just kill him with fire. There we go. He's dead. Okay, we're going to come through here. Don't go too far here. You can see the ledge is right there directly in front of us. But right here there are several of these guys. Missed. One swing. There we go. Actually, we might get the Sunlight Blade today. Can't remember if it's here or the next zone. I think it's here. We almost walked off the edge there. Now we want to be careful here as we can get hit by ranged attacks if I remember. So following out this way is the way we want to go. Let me just see. We're going to take our time. Weakness, overconfidence. Yeah. Okay, right there you can see another caster. Can we get that caster from here? She might be out of range. Poisoned? Poisoned, good. We'll just use this pillar here as a... Yep, alright. Now, heading out this way is pretty dangerous. We're going to want a torch, as it is hard to see. We're just going to keep our head on a swivel, though, as soon as we light this, as it may draw some enemies. Nope, we seem to be okay. Alright, as we move through here, you watch, the path is going to narrow down. Right here. So right here is a tricky drop-off. It looks like you can go on either side. Nope, you can only cross on the right-hand side. And then, right about here, you can only cross on the left-hand side. And then there's a caster. So we're going to wait for her to do her thing. And we're going to knock her off the edge. Goodbye. Here we have an Estus Flash Shard, which we don't need anymore. And dun da da da, Sunlight Blade. Yes, good, very good. There will be another bonfire, so we're not going to go back and equip that right now. We're going to continue on ahead for a little bit before we do that. Just want to be careful. We can't go. Yep, we can go here. Are we back in the safe area yet? Because we're heading towards that building, but we can't quite get in there. Whoa! Hello! Hello, mister. Good. We've made it basically to a somewhat safe zone. We can put that away. Oh, here comes one. I missed. This sword seems to be doing better in terms of durability. I still think there's something wrong with the big two-handed weapons where when they hit the ground, they take extra durability loss, and that is causing the problem. Okay, in this building now, there's no bonfire, but right here is a summonable NPC, Felicia the Brave. This area is moderately safe. Nothing's going to really come running in here after you. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut the episode here. That's been right about 30 minutes. And we'll pick up from here in a moment. For you guys, it'll be the next day, though, when the video goes up. So, till then, though, this has been Paler. Thanks for watching.